What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. On today's stream, we're gonna try to do some photo edits. So that's that. Excuse me. That is the plan. We've got 9 photos left in this shoot. I was busy with other things today, so I didn't actually do any photo editing on it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just jump right into it, I guess. Nobody's here. Got brand new. Both of these first 4, I'm gonna be really ambitious. Try to do 4. I'm thinking at some point I may set up. Aggressive. By the way, if you are here and you're watching from my website, let me know, because I would like to know how that looks. I'm still making tweaks to the page, but I can really do much about this without ruining the try a darken. Actually, that was easy. What's up, Snow Shepherd? Yes, you will. Y'all go follow our friend Snow Shepherd if you're not doing that already. Absolutely. Amazing game developer, artist, player of the games. Super, super supportive. Give her a follow at once. She is a member of the Web's Twitch team. How do you like the new overlays, Snow? And how go? You said you were talking to some people about some new games. How is that going? Well, it's all for Nyla. But I actually, I did the overlays to match the theme of my website. So, like, it's actually one consistent, brand. Like, I actually look like I'm organized enough to have a brand identity. I don't know why that's important, but by God, I've got it. And it's actually, the stream is actually embedded on my website now. See? This, I kind of want to do something about this. I don't like how big this header is and how far you have to scroll to get to the actual content, so I'm going to be working on that. Because, like, even here, when you go to the photo gallery, there's this huge header, and then you scroll down and get to the actual content. Nice. That, yeah, I think that's what you were telling me. So when will you know if it's going anywhere? Oh, okay. Wow, so you got lots of projects. Nice. Very cool. So much talent. So much talent, it ought to be a crime. Yeah, same. I worked more on the Twitch desktop app today. It's coming along. The search engine is a bit of a challenge, but we'll get there. That's hilarious. Yep, it's a burden. That is funny. But yeah, I was like, let's put a search engine in. How hard could it be to make a search engine? Turns out it's hard. I was thinking like, Google could do it. Microsoft can do it. Literally anybody can do it. No, so it's I'm building a Twitch desktop app for the community. And so it'll do a couple of neat things that you can't do on Twitch natively. So for example, it will let you organize. You know how on Twitch you've got your followers in your left in that left column there. Well, this app actually lets you organize your followers into folders. So you can say, like, all my art streamers are here, all my music streamers are here. It also promotes our community because all of our team members are shown when they go live, even if the user doesn't follow them. It also, of course, because it's me, it has fully integrated translation, subtitles, and chat. All you have to do is set your languages and just type like normal, and no need for a hotkey, nothing like that. So it's a nice little thing to help our community out. But you know, you have to be able to search for the content you want, or search for streamers that you want. So in Twitch doesn't really make that easy, especially on third-party developers. So that is the challenge. I mean, like I said, it's getting there. It's just navigating all the Twitch hurdles while trying very hard to follow their rules. Like, if I didn't care about following TOS, it would be a lot easier. Yeah, and see, but the thing is, Twitch is very selective about what they expose through their API. That's the challenge. So, for example, in chat, they expose emotes. So I can make a custom emote tray. And if I do say so myself, the emote tray for this app looks really good. However, they don't expose channel point redeems. So if you're watching through the custom chat and you want to redeem channel points, you can't do that through a third party. So the way that I got around that was, if you want to, so I put a button on the chat that says redeem channel points, and when you click it, it temporarily switches to a first party legitimate embedded Twitch chat, and then you can redeem your points, and then it switches back to the custom chat. It's so stupid to have to do it that way, but that's the only way we can do it and still be able to redeem channel points. Because I want as close as possible to a one-to-one Twitch experience. You know what I mean? Another thing, so you know how on native Twitch, you can look in the chat list and see, you can look and see who's in the chat with varying degrees of success. Like, it doesn't stay, like, it only updates every so often, so it's not always 100% accurate, but you can, within reason, gauge who's in the chat. Twitch doesn't expose that via the API. They say it's a privacy issue, but like, I don't really get how it is, because if I can log into Twitch natively and see that list, you're not really protecting people's privacy, right? But the way that I didn't entirely get around that, but the way that I'm handling that is it just keeps track of who's chatted recently, and it shows that in the list. That's how most third-party Twitch apps do it. What's up, Dig? See, we got the new overlays set up, Dig. Y'all go follow our friend Dig Photo Inspirations, the king of the stock photography. Super cool guy. Very, very supportive ambassador of the Web's Twitch team. Guys, you have to go follow his Instagram or he'll get mad at you. So if you're not following his Instagram, you gotta give him that dopamine hit for the day. And, you know, follow him on Twitch too, I guess. Yeah, I'm surprised at how quickly Claude helped me put that together. I'm gonna sometime, maybe not tonight, because I want to play... excuse me. I'm gonna play Mass Effect tonight, probably, but I'm gonna set up vertical stream. Thanks for the what? I still am not clear as to what you are referring to. Or to what you are referring to. Should not end a sentence with a preposition. Oh, gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. You're getting as bad as Yogi, giving me the sentence in reverse, one word at a time. Oh, that would have been funnier if Yogi were here. I love these spiders. They are so hard to take pictures of because they are so small. They're about the size. They're about the size of your pinky nail, and their webs. Their webs have a really small surface area, about this big, but they have really long anchor points, which means they wave like a flag. And you know how it is, because you do a lot of macro dig. You know, like, a move of a couple millimeters might as well be a move of a couple kilometers when you're focusing that close. And so, like, when you're trying to take pictures and the web is going... But every now and then... And then you add to that the fact that the actual spider, like the not shell part, the actual face of the spider is jet black, which means it is super hard to focus on because you can't really see the eyes, especially if you have a dark background like this. Or a light background. It's harder if you have a light background. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's insane. Oh, by the way, if anyone here um is not a Claude user, I have a couple of codes for a free week of Claude cowork. If anyone wants it. Pretty fast. I don't know what the actual number is, Dig, but it as fast as I can press that button, it will fire. I can look it up. Hey Nyla, how fast does the Z3C cycle? I don't believe 1.5 seconds is correct, but I'm also not firing at full power, so not usually. Let's see. Let's find out. Hold up. I just realized I had it sitting next to me. Probably. Let's see. Yep, that's exactly correct. No, I don't do that. I don't stack a lot. I don't stack a lot at all, and I almost never stack in the field. Typically if I'm stacking, it's in the reptile house with snakes, and if I'm, like snakes that have long faces, and if I'm doing that, I'm not using flash. I'm doing, because if I'm, if I'm in a snake house, the snakes aren't going anywhere. So I can use a tripod and long exposure. Let's see. Oh, I guess it helps if I turn the flash on too, huh? Let's see. If you have epilepsy, look away. Okay, that was about a second and a half. For these, I would guess between a quarter and 1/8. Usually. That's you, because when I'm shooting manual flash, that's typically where I am. Occasionally, I'll go up to a half. Even on some occasions, I have gone full power, but not often. It's usually a quarter power or an eighth to a quarter power. Okay, so let's try an experiment here. I'm gonna switch this to manual. And let's say, okay, this is 1/16. Oh yeah, look at that. Look how it can fire as fast as I press the button. Let's see, let's go up to a quarter power. A little slower. A couple of them are hesitating, but for the most part, it's still pretty fast. All right, so let's go up to full power. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that full power is about a second and a half. 1 second to a second and a half. That was a very modeling. Yep. That's one thing I hate about this flash. They put the modeling lamp button right next to the power button, and I am constantly hitting the wrong one. Excuse me. Well, I mean, I guess it really just, it depends. I mean, you can run a manual flash. You can also, tweak your shutter speed. It really depends on what. It depends on, I guess, what you're shooting. I mean, if you're shooting something reasonably slow moving, you could drop your shutter. I mean, especially on like the R5 with the RF100, your stabilization is so good. You could drop that to like 1/80th, 1/100th of a second and shoot that handheld easily. Again, if it's a fairly static subject. Yeah, that is a good point. You can shoot with a wider aperture. But yeah, if you're really worried about depth of field, don't be a macro purist. Shoot from farther back and crop in. It's fine. Nobody's gonna arrest you. Like, on the R5, you've got the resolution to crop in. There's no reason you have to be all up in the animal's face. And when you're shooting from farther back, even if you're stacking, you need fewer brackets. But, the people that are doing this seriously, like the ones that really, like, they do like 40 image stacks of a live animal, they're all shooting Olympus. I mean, because that is something Olympus does really well. Or, I don't know, even after all these years, I still refuse to say OM Systems. It absolutely is, because not only excuse me, not only does Olympus do better in-camera stacking than basically anybody, they are also better stabilized than basically anybody. Okay, what Nyla said. Feeling my thunder. Hey Nyla, how come you gotta steal my thunder like that? There we go. Just when I think there's something she can't turn into a flirting opportunity, there we go. So, I'll be honest, I don't do it enough to know which is the better technique, but when I do it, I focus on the near point because that makes the most sense to me. I mean, that's just the way my brain works. Because I wouldn't think from an actual stacking standpoint that it would matter. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't actually know if there's a right answer there, but focusing on the near point makes more sense to me. Another reason I don't stack very often is Photoshop kind of sucks at it. I mean, I have other tools, but like, if you have more than like 5 or 10 images to stack, Photoshop whines like a small child. Like, ugh, this is a lot of work. So, not necessarily. So here's how I would triage that. If you're just gonna be, so Helicon is unquestionably the best stacking software. There is no doubt. But I would only get it if you are like stacking every day. Like every time you go out, you're just stacking nonstop, left and right, and you're doing like 50 to 100 image stacks constantly. That would make Helicon worth paying for. However, if you're not, there is a happy medium between Helicon and Photoshop, and the good news is it's free. Affinity. Affinity is absolutely fantastic at focus stacking. It's way better than Photoshop. And if you're just a casual stacker, that's what I would use. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Affinity makes stacking so easy, and it can handle way more images without taking a performance hit than Photoshop can. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend paying for Helicon unless you are just unless you're just stacking nonstop, or B, if you just have, what is it, $100? I don't know why you're still hunting. I still have one. Didn't I message you about how much I'd charge you for it? I thought I did. What do you want to bet they've gone to subscription by? Well, their website looks like it's from Windows 2000 to Windows 98 era. Oh, it's only... Oh, a minute. Oh, it's not expensive at all. It is not nearly as expensive as it used to be. 55 bucks. So like the most expensive, it's 65 bucks a year for a premium license, or $240 one time. I know, Snow. Thank you for making me feel 1,000 years old. I don't know. Maybe go with Helicon. It's not as expensive as it used to be. Especially if you only buy it for a year. Let's see, what's the difference between Pro and Lite? Oh, well, it looks like most of the things that I would want could be handled by the Lite version. Oh, but you know what? You would want, if you want it to stay raw or save as a DNG, you would want the pro version, which is I would want that. Oh, also, graphics acceleration. You have to get the pro version as well. But still, that's not bad. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. No, you are older than Nihilist coffin warranty. I did have Helicon at one point. I'm very sure I bought a perpetual license, but I have no idea where my license code is, and I don't have it installed anymore. Look at this goober. I always suspected that, Snow. Just as long as you're not a siren. As long as you don't give your cat a seizure. Dig. I used to test all my new equipment on my cat when she was still alive. That's where almost all my pictures of her come from, me testing new lenses. I did figure out how to use Claude Design to make a VTuber. That was a fun experiment today. Ordinarily, this is a scenario where I would black that background out, but I actually like this weirdly abstract, out of focus leaf back there. Heck yeah, everybody follow everybody. I don't know why, Dig, but I just got this mental image of you as dressed as like the Men in Black, and you're like doing like the neuralizer on your cat, like just like erasing the cat's memory. I don't know why that popped into my head, but that's the mental image I got now. This one I will likely black the background out because I don't like it. Yeah. Yeah, that is not an effective time use there. Um Google has some pretty good AI video editing tools, like you could do it all browser based. Ah, nice. I was looking at that. So Claude doesn't seem to do everything in DaVinci that I would want it to. If I was reading it right. Like, because Claude can't actually drive the app. It can only do like certain things. All right. Well, we are 52 minutes into stream. I have 5 more photos. None of these look super difficult, he said optimistically. This one, stuff, but this one would be a little bit of a pain just because I want to mask the background. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open, what time is it? Started stream a little early. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open all 5 of these and just see how far I get. Before I don't want to do it anymore. That's a good plan, right? Thankfully, most of these are reasonably clean. I absolutely hate that monstrosity right there going in the background, and naturally it intersects with the subject. You know, because of course it does. but I have been having so much fun with Claude Design. Codex has their own version. ChatGPT does. It's not as good, but it's getting there. I love this shot. Nothing spectacular about it, but I still love it. I think black and white was definitely the right call here. I did see a part-time social media manager job I almost applied for like extra cash. And they say in their rules, no AI tools at all. I'm like, nope, sorry. Granted though, they wouldn't know how to use AI. Claude recommends an aperture of f4 to f8 with shutter speed of 1/500. For stacking with a flash, you are not going to be able to do that unless you're using high-speed sync. I have no idea what the recharge time for high-speed sync is. I just know it slaughters your flash power. But I mean, I guess if you're that close, it could be. Yeah. Yes. Well, that's what it is on the R5 Mark II. So I assume it's the same. You know, if you buy on the Mark II, it is 1/250th. On the if you get an R7, it's 1/320th. And you'd have a couple of advantages there because not only do you have a faster flash sync speed, but also with it being APS-C, you get a little bit extended depth of field, so you don't have to shoot as many brackets. What about 1.6? Yeah, because then you'd get way more likes and then, you know, be disappointed when you went back to posting your own photos. Yeah, I understand. I understand completely. I don't remember the last time I got more than like 10 or 15 likes on a photo. Instagram is just, hold on, let me look at my last, hold on, post. So my last post was 8 hours ago. My next post will actually be in 6 minutes. But my last post was 8 hours ago and it's got 3 likes on it. The post before that, 16 hours, 3 likes. 24 hours, also 3 likes. So, you know, if you're doing it for the likes, prepare to be sad. Nowadays, nowadays you can't really grow organically on Instagram. They've made it right. Yes. Where you take pictures of giant animals like elephants and rhinos and stuff, right? But no, they have fixed it so that you can't grow unless you pay them for advertising. That's the business model. But I mean, I remember time was I would post something and I mean within a second have 30 likes. And then after an hour or so it would be in the hundreds. No more. No more. Nobody even sees my art account posts at all. At all. Yeah, I mean it's one of those things like if you live or die by how you're doing on Instagram, you'll be sad a lot. Yeah, that makes sense. And you know, the good thing about Instagram is you can automate it. Like you can schedule. What I'm gonna do with this. Because it's legitimately part of the folded leaf, but like it wouldn't make sense for it to not be. Let's see what it looks like. But it doesn't really make sense for it to not be there. Yeah, that is actually terrible. You know, I could have it just continue the leaf to the end of the frame. Like that. Okay, that works. It's almost like it hurt. Ah. I need to get all this off. What are the odds I can pull this out? Pretty good, apparently. Parts of this that I thought were going to be hard are not. I should probably not say that until I'm done. Okay, well that went suspiciously smooth. A little bit of tidying up to do here, but yes, that was suspiciously easy. Like I said, other than this little hiccup on the edge right here. And a little bit of yeah, seriously, that looks freaking awesome. Very well then. I have seen it. I've seen it actually. I did look at. I noticed. I got the update yesterday. I think it was. That's true. I did notice that. I do like that they give you the option. You can actually, excuse me, you can actually have it and the histogram on the screen at the same time. That's kind of cool. Everything hurts. No worries. Thanks for hanging out, sir. Have a good night. I'm on a pretty good track to actually finish these images. Assuming I don't cough myself to death. Dust spots are bad on this one. Go. Game plan. Cursor looked like it was snapping. No. This shoot is done. JPEG. Portrait. Finished tips. The output. All right, guys. I think where we're gonna go ahead and call it for the night. But we raid. Go ahead and say hi and see what she's up to. Before and talking. But before we head out, remind anyone who is here in the chat, if you're not familiar with our community, get yourself in there. It is the place to be if you are a creative or you care about supporting creatives of all kinds, not just photographers. We are on Discord. We have a Twitch team of our own. So if you are a streamer and you stream some creative content, we would love to have you as part of the team. Um, Both the team and the Discord are at that one link, as well as our streaming tools. We've got our own bot. So if you find yourself in need of a good Twitch bot that has a lot of really awesome features, get yourself on the team, get our bot. And whether you're on the team or not, um, we have some translation browser extensions. So if you want to visit streams where the chat is in a different language than the language you speak, you can communicate with everybody using those extensions. So lots of cool tools, more on the way. But the big thing is get yourself in the Discord. We'd love to have you. Our community is growing, and we need people to support each other. Speaking of the team, we are gonna raid our friend Stitchwitch May, who is a team member. Cross. Oh, anybody who remains, please copy that raid call. It's about to pop up in the chat. We can kill the music, send Nyla home. Alright, guys, I should be back this time tomorrow. Until that time, let us say hi to Stitchwitch May.